I'm Rye, your self-accountability coach. I also have the gift to channel, and today we're gonna dive in deeper on a video I did on TikTok. I value your time as much as I value mine, so let's dive right in. So today's video is titled The Healing List. I love this video because when I got on this journey and I was trying to heal, I was trying to do every little thing out there to heal and just be a better person. And I'm truly thinking that I'm healing deep-rooted stuff with all of these things, and I'm like, baby, no. This video is going to dive in a little bit deeper and give you guys a little bit more insight on the different things that we go through on our journey and how some of this stuff just it's not the end all be all remedy to healing ourselves. So all of the videos that I discuss are always going to be linked down below in the description box so that you can get a refresher, or you can see the video if you haven't already. Definitely follow me on TikTok so you're always ahead of the curve. Let's jump right in. Higher Self gives Ego a list, and there's some things on the list that Ego sees, and she's like, I already healed this. And Higher Self was like, girl, you thought you healed your deeply seated mother wounds with sleeping mantras? And I promise you, the way Higher Self laughed in this series at that part, I had to laugh really, truly at myself like that, because there was a time where I used to always listen to sleeping mantras. And granted, they did help. They helped me a lot. I was able to relax. I was able to cleanse and purge a little bit. But did they help me with the actual specific things that I was going through? No, they didn't. I wish they did. I really wish it was that simple, but it wasn't. And the thing that I had to realize was I actually had to go along the journey. I actually had to interact with people, and people showed up in my life to do their job. They were triggering me, and I realized that the only way I could actually help myself and get through the process was so that people can show up in my life and do their job, so that I can see the trigger, so I can correlate the trigger with whatever was going on in the past, if I can remember what that was, and I can find within myself, why does that bring me discomfort? Why did I allow myself in this position or in this circumstance, or to be with this person, or stay here this long, whatever. It allows me to question myself and go into introspection to find answers, instead of projecting the anger and the hurt and the pain onto the person that's doing something in front of me in that moment. Because at the end of the day, it's more of a benefit to stand in your power. And when you stand in your power, you don't allow people to move you for real. Yeah, you may be a little irritated, but you don't just completely lose your cool. So yeah, just being present in my day-to-day actions and dealing with people when they were traumatizing me, and realizing what the deeper issue was, and changing my perspective and showing up in confidence, love, appreciation, and be grateful that I could see in order to fix myself. That was the thing. I used to get triggered and be angry, and people would do all of these things, and I would just have the only question, why is this happening to me? But as soon as I started to have more introspection and I started to wake up to myself, I realized, like, oh snap, I can actually start to see why this bothers me. I literally can come up with an answer and not be so lost into what is going on in front of me at the present moment. And then I can move forward and I can move on, and I don't have to keep dealing with people like this. They don't have to keep coming into my existence, so that, you know, sometimes you just feel like you're getting beat upside the head constantly. That starts to dissipate. And you know, I just was able to be honest with myself, and those were the things that were healing my wounds. The mantras helped me calm down and relax, and like I said before, it helped me detox. It helped me get into a mindset and a plane and a vibration to be able to facilitate that place where I can now start to see myself and slow things down and really take in exactly what's going on. It was almost like the prerequisites to my healing, and it was able to facilitate a place in me where, you know, my very DNA, my being, my vibration was in place where I can receive what I need to receive. So in my experience, that's what I got from listening to sleep meditations and different meditations and meditating in general. Even though my meditations are kind of like out of this world, and I go somewhere else in meditation. Like, it's not really a place for me to relax and calm down for real. But anywho, for the people that do get to relax in their meditation and they're not opening up their personal archives or whatever, and unlocking secrets in the world, whatever, it's there to relax you. It's there to put you in the mind frame and the mindset to be able to receive what you need to receive. And you know, one of the keys that I've learned when you actually start healing stuff, I was able to look back at things that really truly hurt me and affected me and broke me down and changed who I was and changed who my character was and had me believing that that's who I was. When I was able to start looking back and not be affected and feel it the way I used to feel it, and to not harbor any resentment, man, to be able to release and let go and free yourself from that burden of anger and resentment and depression and all of that stuff, that is a blessing. That is one of the reasons why I do what I do. I'm letting God take the wheel. Like, God put the coordinates and the GPS for me, and I'm like, I'm here to do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? But in my heart, I really want people to be able to find that rest, find that place where you can finally get out of constantly being in survival mode. No matter what hits you and comes your way, like, you're able to see things with a clear, calm, level head and to be able to move and maneuver through it. And it's so funny because in the video, Ego said, I thought that the effort counted. I have come to find out, and I'm not trying to, you know, make you all feel bad or, you know, make you regress or whatever, but I'm starting to figure out that it's about learning the lesson or not. Either you pass it or you fail it. Like, the effort is cute. The effort is cute. But you gotta pass the test. You gotta pass it, baby. Like, that's all I can say. You actually have to go through the triggers, go through the hurt, go through the pain, even if you have to revisit it so that you can see yourself in order to really heal it and go through life as the new evolved person that you are. You know, I recently saw something and they were saying that you have to move into these new uncomfortable spaces in order to get to know all of you, the new you, the person that you don't know and you can't know because that person is not able to grow in the space that you're currently in. Once you shed your skin, you can no longer get back into that skin. Once you get out of your cocoon and you spread your wings, you will no longer be able to fit back in that cocoon. Your evolution is a whole nother playing field, and you just can't get to know yourself in your entirety staying where you are stagnant or continuing to go through different cycles. And growth and change, it is uncomfortable and sometimes it does hurt. The fact that we can feel pain, we know we're still alive. We just gotta push through, baby. We gotta push through. I know it's a lot, but hey, it is what it is. Now, the next set that I'm gonna go over what Higher Self was saying when she was like, you're gonna have to go through Dark Night of the Soul. You're gonna have to go through a tower moment. And then you're probably gonna go through another tower moment. People have their own definitions, and if you look it up on the internet, there's plenty of information out there for you. You guys are lucky because when I started on all of this stuff, I didn't know the names to any of this stuff. I didn't know what to look up. It just was not accessible to me. I just had to go through it, and then later on, as I continued to go down this path, I started to see the names and the titles that a lot of these feelings and things that I was going through were given. So feel free to look it up. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna go off of my own experience, and I'm gonna start with Dark Night of the Soul. So when I hit my first Dark Night of the Soul, I felt completely lost. Excuse me, you guys, I'm getting chills. But I felt completely lost. I didn't know who I was becoming, and I was starting to lose sight of who I used to be and not agreeing with who I used to be. If I looked back at who I was, it often brought up feelings of disappointment, rage, and sometimes I was honestly disgusted with myself. And it was really one of those things where I couldn't believe I allowed myself to be in situations, scenarios, places, and with people that I knew I was too pure for all of that. You know what I mean? Like, I was giving myself away to situations and energetic things that truly did not deserve that. And I'm sure there's a reason why I showed up the way I showed up in their life, the way I did, or in the situations that I did, because there's meaning to everything. Dark Night of the Soul pretty much shatters your old perception of self, of environment, of beliefs, and you kind of start to lose footing on your path, what you're doing. You may not feel worthy, you may not feel successful. The societal structures are not the same weight to you. The way society measures success doesn't really mean the same to you. You kind of feel empty and you feel like you let God down. You let yourself down. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, dang, was I doing all of the stuff that I was doing for nothing? And you know, it's a space to clear out the old and literally implement a brand new, entire new level. Like, it's just gonna shake, it's gonna shake your whole everything up, okay? Don't be scared of it. I'm still here, and I know I went through more than one of them, so it's all good. You'll be all right. Just let it happen, figure it out, and you'll be good. Keep going. So the next stage is like tower moments, and I feel like tower moments can be a little bit more occurring. They can occur a little bit more often, but it's really kind of up to you. I kind of feel like tower moments happen when you are truly being hard-headed, and that's how I see it in my existence. That's how I've been seeing it. Basically, I've been getting an inkling, I've been getting a nudge, I've been getting a push. I know I need to do something or not do something, and I go through with it anyway, and I go this way anyway, and I really just don't learn to, you know, let things go or move in a certain direction. And then it gets to the point where I have to meet up with the next level that's gonna lead me into my next step of my purpose. Time has no construct, and I've been shown that and proven that. At the same time, I really do truly believe that things, the universe and God is moving things in a certain way so that things can line up in the same moment. And I really truly feel like tower moments move people, move things, move you out of different things and phases of life when you haven't already made the moves or followed your original inkling. You know, some people think that it's punishment or torture or whatever, because sometimes tower moments do hurt. Like if you've been in a relationship with somebody that's a complete karmic and it was never meant for you to stay with them for so long, and you have other people to meet on your path so that you can get to your person that you're actually going to come together and move mountains with, it's gonna hurt when they do one of your non-negotiables. You know what I mean? It's gonna hurt when all of a sudden you're betrayed, or you lose your job, you're fired, or you were treated unjustly at work, and you know, all of these things happen, and a lot of times we stay stuck in that, but really God was trying to move something out of the way so something else could come in, because that other thing could not come in if you were gonna be stuck in that same place. I am preaching, I feel it in my soul, but that's how I see tower moments. I think that I've been pretty good at avoiding having to deal with tower moments for the simple fact that I move when I'm supposed to move. I move my feet and I go where I'm guided when I'm supposed to. And I've learned that when you're hyper aware and you know, you get the messages and you can kind of decipher them fairly quickly and you move in the direction, there's a time where you might have to wait and be patient. And a lot of people get a little antsy in that area, in that situation, and you just got to learn how to be cool, chill, and know when the next step is coming. I like to use those times to rest, relax, and prepare myself for whatever is next. Yeah, so tower moments can feel like ripping a band-aid off, either slowly or quickly, because you are trying to cover up or ignore something that needs to be looked at and handled at that present time, because you cannot move forward without getting through that process. So ego then asks, what is the incentive to continuing to living and healing on earth? And don't we all want to know the answer to that? Higher self tells her, bliss. And you know, I can't tell you what bliss is for you. I can only describe to you what I feel bliss is to me. When I am in complete bliss, I am in flow with God. I am creating with God. There's nothing above me. No obstacle, no person, no circumstance is so big that it's bigger than me. I feel like I gotta say that again. No circumstance, no obstacle, no person is bigger than me. That is me in bliss. That is part of me in bliss. I'm literally walking with God. I feel like it's when I've done my energetic homework, and now I can play with creating my own reality and start to experience the things that I truly really want to experience. Now I can appreciate life for what it is or what I create it to be. I'm not giving away my power or losing balance anymore. I am just being. That is bliss for me. I'm free. You know, I'm free from the overthinking. I'm free from what people expect me to be doing. I'm just free from guilt. I'm free, and I really can just be. That is bliss for me. And the last part that seems to have so many questions, and that's why this video is a little bit longer than any of the other videos, because this one actually had a few questions under it, and I'm like, oh God, I gotta talk about that in the YouTube video. But higher self says, trust me, you don't want to see what it looks like when you cancel your contract. What did I mean when I said cancel the contract? What happens when you cancel your contract? In my opinion, from what I've seen, when people cancel their contracts, like there's two different things I was thinking when I was thinking cancel the contract, but they both pretty much mean the same thing. It's just one is a little bit mild and one is very extreme. So let's start with the mild version of canceling the contract, in my opinion. It's like when we give up and we succumb to the wormholes that are meant to either make us or break us. You know, there may be someone out there that may be an addict and they were supposed to go through that. Like that was their contract, to go through whatever they went through, because once they got out of it, once they got the epiphanies that they needed to get, they were able to communicate with other addicts that are having a hard time getting out of that. They're able to connect to those people on a whole different level that someone that's not an addict won't be able to understand or won't be able to reach that person. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, some people get caught up in these wormholes, and man, if you make it out, kudos to you, man. And some of the wormholes may seem good, you know what I mean? But too much of anything is not good for you. So that is what I was coming from when I was saying the minimum version of canceling your contract. Basically falling off of your purpose. Like, you know, there's so many things in our way, so many obstacles that we got to get past, and sometimes they might throw us off our path. So when you get thrown off your path and you just kind of force yourself to stay off the path and you just succumb and let it overcome you completely, that's what I meant by that in the minimum version. The maximum version is unaliving yourself, so taking your own life. And I honestly don't know what happens when that, like, I don't know what happens to your soul after that. I don't have that answer. I do know in a lot of religions and cultures, it's definitely frowned upon, and there's different stories that are actually very interesting if you look them up from different cultures and stuff like that, that discuss what happens when a person falls victim to that. My heart goes out to people that fall into a place where it hurts too much, there's too much pain, and they just can't bear to go on, or they're so numb and they haven't been able to feel for a very long time, and it's really one of those what's the point type of things. For real, for real, my heart goes out to those people. And if you're watching this, I really truly hope that after you watch this video, whatever you need to help you gain the momentum to get better, you see that immediately after, if this video did not give that to you. Hopefully my laugh and my giggles and explaining this was enough, but I do know that once you're in that place, it is very challenging to get out. And once you do, you are incredibly like on a different level with healing and strength, because yeah, I've experienced that mindset too. But yeah, that's what I meant when I said cancel your contract. I feel like for me, and I just have this mindset, I would love to always see everything through. And the things that I can't see through, then, you know, hey, at least I did exactly what I could do to my ability. You know what I mean? And I accomplished what I could accomplish. I really just don't ever want to get back to the point where I just want to give up. That was a very, very dark place in my life. And I feel like it's still a blur on how I was able to get out of there, because it's something that is kind of unexplainable. Some people are like, if you're depressed and you're that far in where you're suicidal, just snap out of it, and it's not that easy. So yeah, you guys, I really truly hope that I helped you all in this video with this topic. Thank you so much for staying to the end. It helps me so much when you all like the video, share it, and comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for doing everything that you all do and just showing up. I love when you all share your comments and your stories in the comments. I love reading what you all have to say, and I love that you guys are so strong and relentless. I really appreciate you, and I really truly believe that since you were so strong, that you definitely deserve a life of ease. So keep pushing through so that you can get there, baby. You got it. If you haven't already, definitely check me out on TikTok. Follow me over there. I dive in a little bit deeper on Instagram. I post stories to help you guys get through your day. I go a little bit deeper in the captions. When I'm posting my videos that I post from TikTok, I might veer off a little bit and post some other content that has something to do with inner growth. If you want one-on-one channeling sessions, or you want to be able to get through certain things with me, definitely check me out on Patreon. I would love to see you over there. Thank you so much for staying until the end of this video. I really, truly, deeply appreciate you. Peace, love, and a little bit of spice. I'll see you all next time. Mwah.